Okay, so next is on Niall Foster, and the subject is. By the way, just retroactively speaking, I want to suspend Durbin from the mailbag for a week for his terrible,
I'm done
for his atrocious, for his. I just think about this. His question was so atrocious that we're going to suspend him because I can't have stupid questions like that.
Yeah, we can't lower our standards to
right.
that. Yeah.
Niall Foster's subject is Suge Knight. Question for all you guys, mostly Konnan because he's a hip hop guy. You guys have very, very, very rightfully trash Hit Row over the last few months. Their gimmick is corny, the matches aren't good, and really, B-Fab gets less hotter the longer you look at her. Isn't that weird when that happens? But really, you wouldn't, yet you likely would. You know what I mean by this? All right. Based on SmackDown last week, a heel turn is coming. I was thinking, guys, what if the Hit Row went full on like Death Row Record style heels? What if Top Dolla was rebooted as Suge Knight? It's not going to make him a better wrestler, but I think it would at least help the career. P.S. guys, next time Billy starts saying he's a lot of money, and you know he will, ask him why he won't spend any of his podcast recording equipment. He has the single worst audio in all of podcasting today. I'm not kidding. Find a podcast that has worse audio than Billy. Maybe because our microphone's off.
But I've heard Joe say something about his audio before, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it would obviously be preferable if you had a headset or a mic for sure. Right. I mean, it's kind of, I'm going to say something to Larry too, because Larry's kind of just been using his phone, and a few people have emailed me about or DM me.
Yeah,
about
the audio
that,
stinks.
So,
yeah. I will say this. Well, Top Dollar's not, or the Hit Row is absolutely not working as baby faces. And like we said, sometimes, bro, guys can flip like on a dime. They can become immediately more interesting if their personality comes out as
Dominic.
Dominic Mysterio, perfect example. And sometimes you do they're not working about. Then you say, okay, well, let's just try and heel. And then all of a sudden it's like, wow, these guys are pretty good heels, So then you have something to work with. So they weren't working as baby faces. Period. And I don't think Hunter wants to give up on them because he's the one that made the call to bring him back and bring him up. So I would think, I don't know. Let's see. I'm all in on them. If give them like the first couple heel promos they got to cut, got to be pretty good because that's how Dominic was. He turned and he was immediately more interesting with his demeanor. He looked more comfortable heelish. These guys don't get comfortable at all as baby faces. So you got a comment?
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea to turn them. Now, the problem is that type of gimmick has to have some authenticity to it. So can this guy get ghetto? Can he get hard? How does he talk? Because I've met them and they didn't seem thuggish at all to me. You know what I'm saying? But maybe they can play the part, which is all you need. I wasn't a gangster, but I played the part of one.
Right. And sometimes it's just a lot. Like perfect example. When you're out there as a baby face and like you're working the crowd and they're not responding, it's very uncomfortable. Right. And it's like you just get – and you get to the point where, with your baby face, you're not – then you stop working the crowd because you don't like the response. But then all of a sudden it's like, bro, these people are getting kind of like a little bit of heat as baby faces. Maybe now they can start working the crowd as heels and they're going to post-mortem boo them. Like, we didn't like you guys before. It's like they might be more comfortable if they're getting – heat when they're working the crowd, So yeah. All right.